This the MetaQuest 3S, which comes with 256 gigabytes of storage. I've been using it for the past year to escape reality, and I want to share my insights on it, including its gaming capabilities, the new features introduced this year. After using the MetaQuest 3S 256 gigabytes for a year, here is my honest review on durability, battery life, and if it's still worth buying in 2026. It comes with a copy of Batman Arkham Shadows, all for just $399. Is quite remarkable. Isn't that cool? Now let's dive into the unboxing. To start, here's the box it arrives in, which looks very much like the Quest 3, featuring a square design instead of a rectangle. Inside, we have the two Touch Plus controllers, complete with wrist straps and a couple of AA batteries. Finally, there's a quick start guide, which we all know we probably won't read, even though we should. This is everything included, giving us all we need to get started. Now let's take a closer look at the headset and its design. If you've used a Quest 2 before, you'll notice that this design and shape are quite similar. However, the most significant visual difference is the camera arrangement on the front. I really like the triple cluster layout they've opted for. It's also completely different from how the Quest 3 headset looks, making it easy to distinguish between the two. The black circles contain two tracking cameras, two IR depth sensors, and two pass-through cameras, allowing us to see in full color as we look around the room. Additionally, there are two more tracking cameras on the side. If you look closely, you'll see a metal logo on the top part here. You can almost see it as I move it around. If I turn this to the side, you'll notice the power button here, along with a USB-C port, which we'll use for charging. Flipping it over to the bottom, there are two buttons. This one is the volume button, and this is the new addition. Pressing it will activate the pass-through mode, allowing you to see your surroundings in the room. Tapping it again will switch you back to VR mode. Now let's take a closer look at the headset. The MetaQuest 3S can be directly compared to the Quest 2 and the original Quest 3. Let's delve into the upgrades it brings over the Quest 2. The MetaQuest 3S features several improvements over the Quest 2, including the advanced Snapdragon XR2 Gen 2 chipset, which greatly enhances performance compared to the original Snapdragon XR2 found in the Quest 2. This upgrade leads to smoother gameplay and overall better performance. Moreover, the 3S is equipped with color pass-through cameras that enhance mixed reality by allowing users to see their real environment in color, a significant upgrade from the black and white pass-through of the Quest 2. With this improved mixed reality capability and the new XR2 Gen 2 chipset, the Quest 3S will be able to access the entire library of the original Quest 3 throughout the lifespan of both headsets. However, when we compare the Quest 3S to the original MetaQuest 3, some compromises become apparent. The 3S utilizes a single display, while the original boasts dual displays, which results in better image clarity and a higher resolution of 2064 by 2208 pixels per eye, compared to the 3S's 1920 by 1832 pixels per eye. A significant difference can also be found in the lenses. The original Quest 3 features pancake lenses that provide a wider sweet spot for visual clarity and eliminate the God rays typically seen with Fresnel lenses. Additionally, the optical lens stack in the original Quest 3 is much slimmer, resulting in a more compact headset design compared to the bulkier Fresnel lenses of the Quest 3S. Moreover, the original Quest 3 comes with a depth sensor, which enhances its ability to perceive and interact with the real world, a feature that the Quest 3S lacks. For those who enjoy recording gameplay for platforms like YouTube or TikTok, it's quite straightforward these days. Just select the camera tool located at the bottom of the taskbar and hit record. If you check your settings, you'll find numerous options for the camera. You can adjust the frame rate for recording, change the aspect ratio, choose whether to record from the left or right eye, and even enable video stabilization to minimize shaky footage when recording VR gameplay. Connecting to your gaming PC via Airlink is also quite easy. Just click on the quick settings on the left side of your taskbar, then select Quest Link. Next, you need to click and enable Use Airlink. It will start searching for any PC connected to your Wi-Fi network. Once you find the right computer, select it and click Pair. A confirmation code will appear on your PC screen that you need to accept. Back in the headset, click Continue, then Launch. This will take you to the Meta PC VR home screen, the lenses and mixed reality compromise. Alright, let's get right into the most talked about part of the Quest 3S, the display and its mixed reality. This is where Meta clearly saves some money, and it's the first thing you'll notice. Instead of the fancy edge-to-edge clear pancake lenses from the Quest 3, we're back to Fresnel lenses, the same tech that was in the Quest 2. This has a real-world impact. The sweet spot, the area that's perfectly sharp, is a lot smaller. If you don't have the headset sitting just right, things get blurry and you'll see some color fringing towards the edges. It's a bit more forgiving than the Quest 2, but it's a definite step back from the clarity of the Quest 3. The resolution is 1832 by 1920 per eye, which is sharp enough, but is not a huge leap. On top of that, adjusting for your eyes isn't as precise. The Quest 3 has a smooth wheel to dial in the interpupillary distance, or IPD, but the 3S just gives you 3 fixed positions to click between: 58, 63, and 68 millimeters. It's better than nothing, but not everyone will get that perfect, crystal clear alignment. But here's the plot twist. The mixed reality is powered by the same 4 megapixel full color pass-through cameras as the more expensive Quest 3. This is the single biggest upgrade over the Quest 2's grainy black and white world. Seeing your room in full color makes MR games feel incredible, and setting up your play area is a breeze. But let's be real, the marketing videos are a bit deceiving. The pass-through is still pretty grainy, especially in dim lighting, and you're not going to be reading text on your phone through it. It's functional and really impressive for a budget headset, but it's not a perfectly clear window. Still, it makes the Quest 2 feel ancient. Let's talk about the controllers. All that power doesn't mean much if the controls are bad. Thankfully, Meta didn't cheap out here. The Quest 3S ships with the same Touch Plus controllers as the Quest 3. Let's be honest, these are some of the best VR controllers out there. They finally ditched the big, clunky tracking rings from the Quest 2, making them way more compact and balanced in your hands. The tracking is fantastic. Using a mix of cameras on the headset and sensors in the controllers, they stay locked in place, even when you move them out of the camera's direct line of sight. The haptic feedback is also much better, giving you subtle rumbles and vibrations that make everything feel more real. Battery life is great too. They each take a single AA battery, and they last for weeks with regular use. You can easily check the battery level in the quick menu so you won't get caught with a dead controller mid-game. After hours of use, I can say these are a huge upgrade over the Quest 2's controllers, and just a joy to use. The sound situation and the missing jack. Now, we need to talk about the audio, and this one is a real head scratcher. The Quest 3S has dual speakers built into the strap arms, and the sound quality is actually surprisingly good. It's louder, clearer, and has more bass than the Quest 2. The 3D spatial audio works well, helping you pinpoint sounds in-game. For just playing games or watching videos, most people will be pretty happy with it. But there are 2 huge problems. First, since they're open-air speakers, they bleed sound like crazy. Anyone else in the room will hear everything you're hearing. Second, and this is the big one, Meta removed the 3.5mm headphone jack. On a budget-friendly device, this decision is just baffling. So if you want private audio, you have 2 options. You can use Bluetooth headphones, but that often introduces a noticeable audio lag, which is a killer in fast-paced games. The other option is to use a USB-C to 3.5mm adapter. But, and this is a big but, the Quest 3S only has one USB-C port. So if you want to use wired headphones and a battery pack at the same time, you can't. You're forced to buy another adapter, a special splitter, just to get back a basic feature the Quest 2 and Quest 3 already have. It feels like they created a problem just to sell a solution. The built-in speakers are decent, but losing the headphone jack is a major user-hostile downgrade. Battery life and the strap conundrum. Battery life has always been the weak spot for standalone VR, and the Quest 3S offers a small but interesting improvement. Meta claims around 2.5 hours of average use, and my testing lines up with that for things like watching videos or playing less intense games. When you fire up a demanding Quest 3 enhanced title, that number drops to around 2 hours, which is similar to the Quest 3. Here's the interesting part. The Quest 3S actually has a smaller battery than the Quest 3, but because it's powering a lower resolution screen, it's more efficient and often manages to last a little bit longer, around 2.5 hours compared to the Quest 3's 2.2 hours in many cases. It's not a revolutionary leap, but hey, we'll take it. Of course, that brings us to the strap. Let's be real, the included fabric strap is awful. It's uncomfortable and does a terrible job of balancing the headset's weight. It's pretty much designed to be replaced. This is where third-party accessories from companies like Bobo VR or Kiwi Design become almost essential. Investing in an elite-style strap with a built-in battery pack not only makes the headset way more comfortable, but can easily double or triple your playtime, solving the battery problem for good. It's an extra cost you have to consider, but it completely transforms the experience. Who is this really for? So, the big question, who should actually buy the MetaQuest 3S? First, if you're totally new to VR, this headset is a grand slam. It's the perfect entry-level device, giving you a ton of power and a massive game library for a great price. It nails the basics and delivers a fantastic modern VR experience. Second, if you're still using an original Quest 1, this is an upgrade in every single way. It's not even a competition. Just do it. The real debate is for current Quest 2 owners. Is this the upgrade for you? That's a tougher call. The processor and color pass-through are a big deal. However, you're getting those features while losing the headphone jack and sticking with the same lens technology you already have. For many Quest 2 users, it might be smarter to save up a bit more for the full Quest 3 to get that truly massive visual upgrade with its pancake lenses. Conclusion. So, back to our original question, is the MetaQuest 3S a true next-gen experience or just hype? The answer is, it's a bit of both. It's not the top of the line, no compromises vision of the future that the full Quest 3 is. The trade-offs with the display and the baffling audio situation keep it from being a clear next-gen champion. But what it is an incredibly smart and powerful device for its price. It gives you the most important next-gen feature, the processor, so it will be supported with high-end games for years to come. Plus, you get a great taste of high-quality mixed reality. It perfectly bridges the gap between the aging Quest 2 and the premium Quest 3. It's a fantastic starting point for new users and a solid, if debatable, upgrade for Quest 2 owners hungry for more power. It's not a revolution, but it's a smart evolution. And for the money, it might just be the best value in VR today.